hey. Tracy, you had your
Told you I'd be
music.
here.
You had
What's
something
that?
playing. You had something playing. I could hear like the music twice, and I put you on mute, and I couldn't hear anything after. So I don't know. No,
Oh, it
it's
might have
on.
been your music. It
Maybe.
might have been
Fine.
coming through your music from your
Yeah, maybe
intro.
something. Awesome. So how you guys doing?
It's been a
I'm
day.
doing. It is snowing outside, man.
The storm.
No.
Everyone's in the storm right now.
Yeah.
Very
Um,
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, just gonna say hi to the people in the chat. Sarah, thank you very much for stopping by. Merry Christmas to you too. And Scott, no worries. I figured it was gonna be a struggle for you guys in Ontario. I guess you had it pretty bad. Um, Tracy, Amanda's here as well. Thank you very much for stopping by. I've seen Darren. Darren, I sent the link to Brigitte. If you want to come up here with us, you're more than welcome to. We can do the same thing we did last night, have some fun. And if there's 10 people that want to talk, I can just put myself in the background, drink some beer, and listen to you guys chat all day, all night. It's fine by me. So the storm.
Mhm. It's everywhere.
You've got the paid subscription to StreamYard, right? Or you
Nope,
can do
I
up to
don't.
10. Oh, I thought you
No,
could do up to 10. Oh,
no, you
okay.
can do
Um,
things.
they just hit me for $96 for the year, which is really good. It's like under $10 a month.
Yeah.
It's really good. Yeah, I know the storm and rain and frozen rain. It's crazy. Power outage. I got tested for the first time with my solar array here. Lots of
Yeah,
outage, and I'm like, yes, I got it here. Nothing broke. Everything's still in place. I was like, yeah.
We
absolutely.
I got back from work, everything was fine. About halfway in my drive was the wind just started, and yeah, the more I was getting closer to home, closer to the sea. I send you guys videos and pictures. I mean, I just heard that they're evacuating people from the side of the beach there on the coast because the waves are going over the road.
Wow.
It's something that we've seen before, but not as bad as what we have like tonight.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
We are in a rainstorm here. So down south, I guess they have rain, and up here we have a lot of snow. But it's weird. Usually the snow is coming from downhill up in our driveway, and right now it's going the other way around. I'm trying to get out in my garage to go feed the animals, and I have like to hold the door so it won't shut off like behind me. Like
I got snow in the wrong windows. It's that's how it goes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's weird. Hi, Dave, Marshall, Lewis. Thank you very much for stopping by, Marshall. Yeah, and Scott is here as well.
Yeah, high
Scott,
winds.
this is in Charlotte. The little cottage they have there. I've heard some people that were spending vacations in there had to leave.
Yeah, I see a comment there saying lots of high winds. Here, it's weird because you could see, the high winds, and then all of a sudden it would be very low, and everything on the ground will be shaking, and the chairs would be moving, and it's
Wow.
Yeah.
yeah, it's really whack. It's unusual.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
put the
I went
link.
out and did a little
Anyone?
filming. I don't know what it looked like, what it turned out as. I didn't download it yet. I tried out the new camera, see how the sound works on it.
Yes, Snowmageddon. Yeah, Ontario is getting hit pretty bad right now. Even Montreal,
Oh yeah,
that whole side, towards the west, towards Ontario, it's getting snowed in pretty bad.
yeah. We haven't heard from Hanny in a few hours. I'm just hoping she's okay.
Lynn as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, true.
Lynn had her power go out. I think it was Lynn or Marie-Lynn. Their power went out earlier today.
Yeah, that was Lynn. Marilyn is on her way to her parents-in-law, I think.
hmm
Yeah.
Yes.
Up all night, sleep all day. Is that what you did, Darren?
Yeah, bum.
It was it was a weird, like I didn't go to bed that late last night, but it was a kind of day where I know when I go to work the last day before Christmas, it's always usually busier than usual because everyone's trying to get all the surgeries done. We have to pack all the medication for more days than usual. Um, the orders that are coming in are bigger than usual, so I try not to like give myself any work, no meetings, none of that stuff, so that I'm free to help others. Um, it was just a weird day. There are some things that I'm not allowed to discuss, but let's just say that there was a lot of action, bad news going on, a lot of problems, a lot of issues. It's just not a fun day, and it's not like nobody's fault really. Um, you know, you shouldn't be fighting hard to save um, little kids' life, and that's pretty much what happened today. So,
Oh man.
um, yeah, premature at 26 weeks old, and just hoping that everyone's fine. It was rough.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Yeah. Marshall Warden's here. I answered to you, Scott, already. It wasn't Charlo. Lickery is down 2 feet. All the waters in Western New York.
Interesting.
That means the wind is bad.
Yeah.
It's coming down out here. This is probably lake effect. Because we are right at that level where there's a big band from Lake Ontario that blows east, right off of Lake Ontario, and lake effect snow, man.
It's always like a twirl, right? So
Yeah.
Snowmageddon and Windageddon here in Ontario. So you guys have it pretty bad too. It's funny because I'm talking to both of you, and even if I ask you if the power is out in your area, you're both off grid, so it won't really matter. I might be going out of power at any time now, I guess. You might have to handle the live stream by yourself at some point. Who knows?
yeah, well,
To me this morning, I did a pop-up live because I was pretty much going insane here in the house, and my internet went down. But so I said, okay, not a problem. All I've got to do, I got a cell phone here. I'll just make it a hotspot. But it was my AT&T phone, and apparently there was a problem with the AT&T tower down the road, and so. But it came back on after a few minutes. I just tinkered with it, but
yeah. You were talking about the grid and not being on the grid and stuff, and you got other worries. Like you, Remy says, "Oh, if the power goes out, But here it's like if my solar panel get ripped off because of the wind,
Yeah, true.
It's
Just
different.
still- Yeah,
somebody was talking on one of the live streams. They said, I believe it was, that they said that their solar panels flew across the yard, and it sounded like it went into a pond. The way they were talking, but he said, I'll pick them up tomorrow. I'm like, wow.
yeah.
If I see my solar panels go flying, then there's a huge problem, because that means at least 2 of the 4x4s broke.
Yeah, I mean it's like metal. We call those fittings
Brackets?
and stuff,
Yeah.
brackets and fittings. So yeah, things will go bad before they go, but the wind sometimes it gets crazy, and my bedroom is on the wind side, so it blows there. So I'm like, is it gonna break or flu or?
Yeah, it's very, very bad. In the living room here, like the door broke a few years back, and I woke up during the night and I could hear like the door hitting on the wall. Like, you wake up, you're all confused. I'm like, what's going on upstairs?
Someone came in.
The door was wide open. the wind was pushing the door and actually broke the door. So now we have the couch, and we try to push the couch in front of the door. So at least if something happens, it's not going to go further than maybe like an inch before it hits something else.
It's not normal, high winds like that and stuff. Like, you have to be careful.
Yeah.
It's yeah. People in the chat don't know how good my internet is this evening. All this crazy weather in the mountains of BC. Yeah, did you guys get the storm out there as well? It was probably a few days ago if you did. Power up and down.
Where's Scott? Ontario?
Yep. I'm not sure exactly where. It was supposed to be at the conference last year. He would have been there, but his wife, his mother-in-law lives actually about 20 minutes from my place. Right. So while I was going to Ontario, he was coming this way, so he couldn't make it to the conference. But we ended up having a nice supper after, and great guy. So if you're not subscribed, Rambling with the Brooms, go ahead and check it out.
He's very forgiving.
Yeah, Trixie keeps blocking him, and
no, I didn't. It was Nightbot, and it's only happened once.
Okay, yeah, that's how the rumors start, right?
Yeah. I almost went and see Maryland. Maryland. She was my parents' hometown, and I was like, "How long you staying for?" I would have driven the hour. It's about an hour. And, she's there for only a couple days. So I'm like, oh, that's a bummer. I would have loved to gone and see her.
Yeah. Oh, she's getting hit right now with some deep stuff. She is somewhere right around.
Yeah, she's in Drummondville right now.
24, somewhere in there, just south of that. Yellow and red.
Yeah, she said all the roads were closed and the ferries are closed, and she can't go home even if she wanted to. She's not home right now, but
she's going to New Brunswick on the 25th. She was saying.
Yeah, if she can. I guess it's supposed to stop tomorrow around noon for us. So let's cross our fingers and hope everything is fine, because the kids are excited, anxious, and they're driving me nuts right now, trying to convince us to open some presents and all that kind of stuff. Kids, right?
Now, Lynn is north of Toronto. Is she near Casby?
Who? Lynn?
Lynn
is in close to Kingston.
Close to Kingston? No,
yeah.
I thought she was out by Toronto, more towards Buffalo and up into Canada. There.
Yeah, I know where she is.
Because they're getting hit. Because
they're getting it bad.
See, Toronto is right by let's see, right up in here, I think, and they're getting hit hard. Mm-hmm. Toronto is down there a ways, but
yeah, I think it's pretty much everywhere, like in the south of like Toronto all the way to Quebec.
Yeah.
It's hitting pretty much everywhere in Canada and almost everywhere in the States.
True.
Crazy.
Now you're up by the coast in New Brunswick, right? You're way north of Augusta.
I'm way north of New Brunswick. The northest you can be, that's where I am. There's a town called Hamilton, where I work.
Okay, because you're getting. You probably know this, but you're getting hit real hard.
Yeah, I have a very, very good idea. Yeah.
That's crazy.
But it's mostly the wind. The snow itself is not that bad. It's not very uncommon, because we should get about 25 centimeters, which is maybe like 10, 11 inches. But it's the wind. If it wasn't for the wind, 100 kilometers per hour, I mean, that's just...
Lynn is close to Kingston.
Because Kingston's just north of me, isn't it?
Yeah. What's Yeah, I think it's New York. It's right across the river, the big river, the lake there.
St. Lawrence. Yeah.
What's going on, party people?
Oh,
Have you
the
been-
party's
Hey,
over now.
Were you there for a long time, or you just got there?
I just got there,
Okay,
like
right.
right now.
I didn't keep you waiting for too long. Then.
And then you let me on. I was like,
Lightning, you know.
yeah, exactly. Like, thunder snow.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
no
I've
thunder
never
snow
heard
here.
thunder snow. I don't think. Maybe once.
I know, neither did I until last night when we were doing our live. And it's like people started talking about thunder snow.
Then all the
Right.
part of southern Quebec and Ontario is thunder storming right now.
Yeah. Now they're getting thunder snow.
What about you, Darren? A lot of snow there, like I heard.
We got thunder snow tonight. No, the snowflakes out there right now are as big as my head. It's crazy.
Nice.
Well, wasn't Thor was the small G god of thunder, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So there should be thunder all around you, man.
Exactly. So, yeah, today the trees were at like a 45-degree angle with the wind, just like, whoosh. And then that kind of slowed down, and then the rain started coming down, and then the big snowflakes started coming down, and then the boys are coming back. So it's like, oh, I got to go do the driveway to make sure they can come in the driveway. So I went out and did that, and I was like, I had like 2 inches of snow on the John Deere and me by the time I got back in the house. It was like, oh, wow.
Quite intense, yeah.
Yeah.
I said I'm not even going to play with it till tomorrow.
Well, that's just it. I was like, I'm going to leave it till tomorrow, but I can't because then they get stuck in the snow.
Well, yeah,
and
they
I
got to
have
get
pull them
in.
out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just have to go with a chariot,
Exactly. I like crazy. Send the
I
hound
swear
dog out to get them.
Darren picking his kids up from the school bus on one of the Highlanders.
Exactly. Send one of the cows out or 2 of the cows out to get them with a toboggan strapped between them, and Odin overseeing the whole thing, with his ears flapping in the snow. Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
It'd be a nice tapestry.
Merry Christmas, Caitlin.
Yes,
Are you guys pretty much done all your shopping, or you still have to go for last minute things tomorrow?
Yeah.
Next question.
Question?
Move on.
Are you
I
guys
I still have all you
anxious
guys
to see what
to
you
do.
buy your kids for Christmas?
Yeah. So,
I'm done Christmas shopping for the grandkids, and then I'll catch up with Trevor later on. But it's one of those things. I got to wrap it because tomorrow I'm supposed to go to my daughter's and do Christmas there. Today I asked her how she was doing. Well, she got hold of me and asked me how I was doing, and I told her I'm doing all right, and because I've got an awesome support system, man. I went live this morning losing my mind, and you guys were awesome putting up with me. But I asked her how she was doing. She says, staying busy and keeping myself distracted, and I said, man, she might just be my stepdaughter, but somehow she got some of my genes. I know her kids act just like me, especially the teenager, Carly. She's got the attitude that I had when I was a kid.
Is that a bad thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
like one of
Scott,
you have music playing in the background or something?
Yeah, you want me to close it?
No. I just trying to figure out where it's coming from. Whether it's I'm like,
It's Christmas music.
do I have something going on back here, or like Bridget playing something, or like what's going on? I can't figure out where it was coming from.
Yeah, someone playing like a magistra, who's that?
Yeah, but
Now is that
right? Playing music like that.
Is that copyright released or whatever?
It's what happened? No, it's on YouTube's library.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and Scott, that would be Lynn from Bucket List Homestead. That's near Kingston, from what we think.
Yeah, somebody
And-
said Delaware. Yeah, Chris Hemsworth never brought that back.
Where's the hammer? The hammer was around here somewhere. Don't have a red cape though. I got my blue tunic, but no red cape.
Could be worse. Could be like The Rock in.
Oh, the hammer's under the skull. I just saw it there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hi, Venkat. Saying hi to everyone. Kirby the Beagle. Blah, blah, got it done
Hey,
last
Serge.
week. Sarah's here as well. Serge.
Hey,
Hey,
salut,
Krubby.
Serge.
We were at a spot there talking about plans for next year and
At a spot or at a spa?
spot
A
Is
spot.
land.
Okay.
is land about 2 minutes from here.
Sorry,
Okay.
And
I
like,
just pictured Remy getting a mani pedi. That's all.
what did I ever do to you?
Nothing. It
I think he did
just
something to Scott, though.
yeah. What's wrong with a spa? Seriously.
I was working in the garden here, and like 4 days later we had a snowstorm, and then again 2 days later we had another snowstorm. So we can't get down there to the land. So we haven't seen each other since like the end of even before that, beginning of November. We've seen each other pretty much every day in the summer, and then it's just like work, and the days are short. And I sent him a message the other day. I'm like, "Are you still alive?" Like, wasn't as active as he used to be as well.
Yeah, we're thinking about next year as well these days.
we need to all get together and send Krubby a nice mic.
This is Patrick. This is Darren from Thorhaven Farm, and this down there is Tracy from T-Han 141.
The one, the only. Thank God.
His name, Patrick. I will have to eventually get Cells on one of my live stream.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
He doesn't know it yet, but it's going to happen.
Yeah, the man, the myth, the legend. So, what are you guys planning for next year? Like you were saying, you're planning auto
Yeah.
and stuff.
Cells got someone to go there until most of the land he had. There's a video. I think it might have been a short video, but still, I think we measured it's about, was it 90 feet or 90 meters long? And he's planning on making a garden there.
There's a bit of a difference.
Yeah, a huge difference. I'm just trying to remember. I think it was 90 meters because I remember telling him,
Really?
when I run like 100
Who does meters?
Yeah, the
I
garden don't work with meters.
I mean, the British, but
It could have been 90 yards.
the French.
It's long. It's a very, very long garden and very wide.
Feet or yards, like
Just long.
once you get to like kilometers,
Long feet.
then you measure, then you switch to metric.
Okay. Well, it's less.
So true.
Definitely less.
Yeah.
He was having issues with golden rods, like taking over everything in the garden, and slugs. So we are planning on spending some time this winter to read on the subject and try to find solutions to get the
Fire.
slugs away. Although it was like a special year last summer, it was different than what it used to be for some
Napalm.
reason. We're everywhere.
Eggshell is good.
Yeah.
With
heard also about marigold, was it? I guess they.
marigolds, yeah.
Firebomb it.
Ducks.
Yeah.
For
Ducks,
the
yeah.
snails,
Ducks for
Um,
slugs.
and
He has
then
big-
Not so much for the goldenrod.
Yeah, the
No.
goldenrod you got to cut back like 10 yards or meters, whichever, because the pollen from goldenrod kind of falls. It just scatters down within like 2 foot of the plant because it's real heavy.
That's true.
Firebomb it.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
I have the recipe for the homemade napalm, but I'm not going to give it out here.
ooh.
So yeah, to answer your question, that's the plan, to have a big, huge garden. I don't know what it's going to be planning. 8, 11. All right, so Andy's probably close to get here.
Oh, she just said that
Oh,
she lost the
it.
internet.
Oh. Yeah, our power was in and out today, like all day, and then for a bit it was like I think we were out for like half an hour, and then it was back on, and we're like, "Yay, we're good."
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, but in town they were out for like all day, and I think they're still out of power.
You got a second heat source?
Just the wood.
What? Good.
We have 3 wood stoves in the house, so, but we're low on wood, so
Oh no!
we got stoves. We just need
You don't-
more wood.
The house is
You
divided
don't
like
stock up.
What?
You don't stock up in the fall.
Not usually, no. Because we got so much going on that we don't do our own firewood. So right down the street, they have a place where they make charcoal, and they actually sell kiln dried firewood. So you go up with the trailer and you can grab 2 cords. Like in my trailer, I can grab 2 cords that are kiln dried, already split, ready to stack. So I'll do that and we'll throw it in the basement. But with everything that was going on this year, we're still trying to get some firewood. So
Yeah.
yeah. So
yeah, I was
but
going
it
to
makes
say
it so easy.
your house is divided differently. I know it used to be like 2 different.
Yeah, at one point, so it was like a small, tiny little house. And then I don't know how the additions went, but they expanded the house itself, but also added another addition on. So there's the main sort of section and then the addition. But that little house that started, they had a crawl space for the basement. So when they expanded, they also built the basement. So it's kind of like this whole hodgepodge of stuff. So
you got a place, you got a full basement, and
so now it's a full basement with they stretched the back of it to add like a full bedroom at the back and a bigger kitchen, and then added the addition on. So I think that was like Bridget's sister that did all of that. But it was kind of like, kind of, I wouldn't say it's up to code, but it's like, so
Coolish.
my stairs going down to the basement are like this, but it's all good. So
If it works, either use it or marry it.
yeah, I'm happy with it. Like the price we got for it was,
Yeah, it's a nice place. I mean, you have a wonderful home.
thank you. We're still working on it, but hey,
There's always something to be done, right?
Yeah.
exactly.
Yes, Gary, it's going pretty well. I'm not on vacation per se, but I'm off for 4 days, so rest is always welcome. Plus, parties are about to happen, and I'm gonna need a few
Woohoo!
days to recuperate a little bit because I'm getting older.
I know today was like my last day before Christmas vacation, and I thought usually it's slow. Based on the last like 5 years, it's always slow. Today was crazy, so I was like trying to get everything done, and the power was in and out, and I'm like so I was like actually working, So.
She's like, for once, I was
actually working hard. So, but then now I'm off till January 9th. Well,
Oh,
the 8th,
nice.
but
Lucky
9th.
you.
Very nice.
You. So, Gary, did you get hit by the storm as well? Seems like everyone in Canada has been hit by a storm.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
Plus, a lot of people in the States as well.
Yeah.
Well, I don't count. From what I understand, I'm honorary Canadian. So
Yeah,
You're
this
like
is
half and half. You're like
Yeah.
half breed.
Just step over here.
You should just give you your papers. You're a Canadian.
Exactly.
yeah, I was thinking about trying to get across. I know I can get into Canada with the light driver's license I have now, but they won't let me
Man,
back.
you could
in
just hit the
state.
border and tell CBS 8, do you know the guys I know in Canada? And they'd be like, all
Right.
right, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
You know so-and-so?
Don't.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, don't mention me though.
Yeah, I was going to say the same. Like, yeah, don't mention me. You might not get across.
So are you saying all Canadians know each other?
Yeah, basically.
Considering you guys got like a quarter of the population of the United States and like twice the land or something. I mean, you guys got a lot of land up there.
We're the biggest per land, but like our population, like we're smaller than, I think Italy has more people than us. It's crazy. But yeah.
We're about what, 35, 40 millions right now, I think.
Don't remember, but it's like
Wow.
the way I always put it is like when you're comparing the US to Canada, our Air Force can fit on one US aircraft carrier. California, like San Francisco, I think, has more police than all of Canada.
Is that true?
Wow.
All of our military could fit into Fort Drum.
38 millions.
That's
Really?
right. 38.25.
Yeah.
Wow, because we have 300 and last I knew 350 million. Oh my gosh, man, we have 80 million gun owners.
Yeah, we
that are
have
registered.
2 million. We have more gun owners, though, than registered hockey players in Canada.
That's good. I mean,
and everyone's like, oh, gun owners, blah, blah, blah. No, there's more gun owners in Canada than registered hockey players.
But there's also a lot of talks about the Hockey Canada thing that's going on right now as well. So there's a lot of people involved in something. There's someone complaining somewhere.
yeah, Karens. Sorry about that.
Can I talk to your manager?
Tracy, that's a question for you. How far are you from Ogdenburg?
105 miles, 112 miles, and 2 hours and 15 minutes.
I was going to say,
Okay.
pretty precise. Where's he get his phone?
Well, I just told it to navigate to Ogdensburg. My friend from Germany was coming over to visit friends in Canada, in California. And she said, well, how long of a drive is it to get from California to New York? I said, sweetie, are you going to stop at night? And she says, probably stop at night. I said, you're looking at a 2-week drive. And she's like, no, it can't be that. I'm like, yeah, this isn't Europe. In 2 weeks, you can cover the whole thing. We are huge.
We got that. I got the same thing. People friends in Australia or Europe, they're like, yeah, so I'm going to see the CN Tower, and then I'm going to see Fraser Park in Vancouver and the totem poles. And I'm like, yeah, good luck with that. So you're in upstate New York, right, Tracy?
Mm-hmm.
How far are you from Rhinebeck?
Rhinebeck, New York? I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, Google, navigate to Rhinebeck, New York.
Look at that.
2 hours and 53 minutes.
Okay.
169.3 miles.
So we might visit you next year.
Yeah.
So when I was doing my whole family tree and stuff, we had, like, my dad's side came from Rhinebeck, New York. So
nice.
there's a little place down there called Trumper's Mill.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget who it was. Someone there started Trumper's Mill. But they came over from Holland in 1662 and
cool.
settled into Rhinebeck, and then came up to Canada during the, the whole us against you thing.
Yeah.
12.
That's right. We did have a war with Canada, didn't we?
We had a couple,
Yeah,
we only
won.
burned down your White House twice.
Yeah,
It
we won.
wasn't much.
Yeah.
No big deal.
We let you have some land back. It was,
Yeah.
yeah. Try that
no.
again, and we'll,
Yeah.
we'll take you out.
I believe. I tell you what, my very first experience that I remember with a Canadian was a soldier in Garlstadt, Germany, and this British guy walked up to him and said, "You got a bloody fag?" And he was just asking for a cigarette. And the Canadian, who was stacked, I mean, he was big, thought he was calling him a faggot, homosexual. And that British guy didn't get up on his own. It was amazing. But yeah, Rhinebeck is more in the heel of the boot. New York is like a boot with toilet paper streaming from it, and the toilet paper is dirty. But anyone from Long Island, you're okay. Manhattan, anyway.
The rest of New York the same.
But yeah, so Rhinebeck is like towards the heel, and I'm like the laces, just in from the laces.
Yeah. It's funny you mentioned that thing from the military. We did with the reserves the one time. We did a thing with it was the National Guard from, I want to say it was New York, but it might have been from Maine or something like that. So they came up to Canada, and we're doing like a exercise and stuff. And there was this big black guy, and he was 5 foot maybe. But he was like 300 pounds and pure muscle. Mm-hmm. And he held basically the saw, the M6, the C6, C9. Mm-hmm. So in Canada it's the C9, in US it's the saw, but he held it like a pistol. It was just like, yeah. So we were talking the one night, and I'm like, "Hey dude, what's going on?" All good. He's like, "So what do you do with the National Guard?" And he's like, "I'm the saw gunner." Okay, yeah, what else you do? I'm the saw gunner. I'm like, yeah, okay, like I get that, but like, I'm armored reconnaissance. So we learn to drive vehicles. We operate the C9, the C6, the machine guns. We have our C7, the rifle. We operate the radio. We do reconnaissance. We do map reading and recce. That's our whole thing. Yeah, I'm the saw gunner. But what else do you do? That's it. I'm the saw gunner. Yep. I'm like, yeah. Oh, wow. So it's like, it was a real wake-up call for me to see that how specialized the U.S. forces are, where, this guy, all he does is he's a saw gunner. Whereas like I can operate the C9, I can operate the C6. Yeah. I have my rifle, I can drive, I can use the radio, and it's
a little different in the active duty because I could we were trained if our saw gunner went down, we could pick up the saw and use it. We could function with any weapon that we had.
Or if you're a Brit, it's the mini-me, I think.
What's that?
I think if the Brits call it like the mini-me.
Yeah, it's 5.56, got a 200 round drum.
Yeah.
And
250, isn't it? 250 round drum. Something like that.
It might be now. I don't know. I've been out of it for so long.
Depending on,
but I wanted to make sure I knew everything. Land nav was very important to me. My squad leader or team leader gets taken out. I want to know how to get home.
Yeah.
I think there was a question for you, Tracy. How far are you from? Guessing that's South Carolina.
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
That'd be like
Hey Google, navigate to South Carolina. That's going to be it's like
3-hour drive.
1,500 miles to Florida. South Carolina. Myrtle Beach. I don't want
Rem, are you getting the same kind of rain
navigate
and
to
stuff that we are
Myrtle
here?
Beach, South Carolina.
We just switched to rain. When you went like this, I'm like, we just switched to rain, and I can hear it on the roof and windows.
My light is flickering, so I don't know if it's just the light
Yeah.
or we're about to lose power.
I am 856 miles from Myrtle Beach. It's a 13-hour drive.
Down to Myrtle Beach. Okay. Yeah.
It's a up and down trip, really.
Yeah, north and south. Yeah.
Yeah,
My sister
that's
lives in
crazy. The world population.
Yeah, we just reached 8 billion just a few weeks ago.
Mhm.
You'd think. Hush! You're telling them where I live?
Damn technology.
Yeah. Don't
Right?
let her.
Hey, come on by, all you.
Speaking of which, I hope Bridget mentioned that if you guys are trying to message me on Facebook, I won't be on Facebook for 3 days.
What happened?
I don't know. I posted something or did something against community standards, same old story.
I think I got a shirt for that now. Community standards violator, repeat offender, or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hi, John.
Isn't that
Doom.
Doom. I don't want to go against anybody, man. That's I got out of the military because when to be perfectly honest, number one, there was a girl. And number two,
a same old story for everybody, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I could look someone in the eyes and shoot them, not knowing if they're going to heaven or hell. And that hesitation,
some people deserve it.
That is true. That is true. There we I can't say that. That would be a community standard strike. If I said it. There, those that are, those that were, and those that will be bad guys.
I'm not a fan of bad guys at all. I'm like, no.
Nope.
Hurt an innocent person and
I've enough trouble otherwise than knowing bad persons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better fill the bathtub, Remy. It's not looking good for us in New Brunswick.
yeah, we filled the bathtub tonight too when the power
Really?
went just before the power went out and it was flickering on and off. We're
For
like,
the water.
fill it up because
Yes.
then for the well we can at least empty the toilet if we need to, that sort of thing. So I've got water, like jugs of water downstairs in the basement, and we can use that for drinking or cooking or that sort of thing, but we don't want to use that for flushing the toilets. And
So you got a well and a septic tank then.
yeah, exactly. So we still need to hook up the generator, put like one of the switches in so we can just plug the generator in, throw the switch, and that will
Yeah. My father-in-law just did that.
yeah
Yeah.
makes a huge difference. So
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Well,
I'm looking
especially
for
for your
a-
freezer. Does your big cold room use refrigeration, or is that just natural the way it's built to stay cold?
the one that we use for aging the meat, like hanging the meat, we have an air conditioner and the cool bot set up for that. But then we have another room where we store all our canned goods and everything we've canned, and all the stores kind of go in that one room, and we keep the door shut there, and there's no heat going into that room, so it stays a little cool.
Nice.
Yeah, that's our summer project. A cold room inside the house and outside the house as well.
Nice.
But,
Yeah, we want to do like a cold cellar outside the house. Our friends of ours have a wicked one. It was built into the hillside, and it's like a concrete bunker, and then they've got like the wood door on it, and it's like so nice.
I want to do one so bad, but I'm flat, too flat. I've got one spot that I could dig into a hill where it goes way low, but then my water table is so high I would have to do it with all concrete and then treat the concrete, waterproof the concrete and stuff. But I definitely want to get one of those one day.
Yeah.
With the excavation we've done lately, we actually discovered out it was made here. Like we have like a land that does this like that, right? Well, it used to, and then they put the concrete blocks on, and then they filled it up because we saw like the vegetable bedding sort of thing while excavating. I was like, okay, now I get it. You know, like it's always like it was a collapse when we moved, so it's a challenge to see what happened and how it was built and everything. See what's up, you know.
Yeah. Well, you're basically in a prepper's palace, right? Somebody that was prepped. You walked in and you had not ready made, but overgrown food forest and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, very much. It was probably 5 years overgrown and out of date sort of thing, you know. So yeah, still have a few years to go in order to get everything up to par.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of trimming and a lot of cleaning up and
Yeah. I don't think I will ever do the whole forest, you know. But definitely the 50 yards around, you know, I'll do that.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
He's frozen.
Well, I figured I'd
no.
give it a try because last night it didn't work. So
Yeah. It sounds like you're not too bad tonight.
There you go. Just need a little bit of warm up.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, I was gonna start posting people's channel links in the chat, but I tried to open a window and my internet just wasn't having it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We hear you fine, Chris. You're just lagging a little bit visually, but the hearing part is fine.
Just try to smile so when it freezes you're frozen with a smile on your face.
He's gone for good.
No, smile, Chris. Smile. not the grumpy face. No.
I am
Turn
smiling, darn it.
Chris, turn that frown upside down. Come on. You can do it.
Oh,
We should say to Stephanie, never leave him alone anymore, you know.
Oh no.
He left. So I'm guessing the internet is bad there. GP is a very good childhood friend of mine. His mom lives about 5 houses down the street.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if it flickered down there as well, or it was just me. Is it my light or the power? It's about to go out.
That sounds bad that you know his mom.
I was almost raised there.
Okay.
Same as American Pie, right?
GP's mom. Something like that. I filled up
Yeah.
some drugs.
That's what I like about Quebec now and the US is like when I was in Ontario, you buy milk and it's only in bags. In Quebec, you can buy bags or you can buy jugs. So those jugs really come in handy for filling up like water for those emergency times.
I haven't got those in years.
Yeah.
Years.
Yeah.
Or any kind of vanilla, really.
No?
These
We
are
do oat-
awesome.
we do
Yeah,
oat-
those are big. We always get like I think they're like 1.5 liter ones.
The half gallon, yeah.
Yeah.
These here you can take and cut right around here, and then
Yep.
it'll fold up, fill it with dirt, and plant it. I got to get milk tomorrow.
Yeah, you can do a little mini greenhouse with those things.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Oh,
BB Kern's all, and you can join now if you want. As long as I see your face, you're good to go. Oh, Chris is back. Or is
Chris, come on, you can do it.
he's still not smiling.
Mr. Grumpy Face.
There we go.
There you go.
Roar.
Hamster, Chris, feed the hamster.
Is it working this time?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
You
You're
need to go
good.
back to the
It is
other
working?
room.
Okay. so
You
I
need to
think
go
I
back to
figured
the
out
other
what it
room where
was.
you normally do the lives.
You're probably gone by now, Caitlin.
No,
but,
I'm on a different computer.
Okay.
So Teams was running, and I forced shut it down.
Oh, Teams is horrible.
It kind of
It
eats
just
a lot
sucks,
of
this.
computer power.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of resources.
It's crazy because
I-
the video or the camera that I have here, I can run YouTube and it'll be awesome. But then I go to Teams and suddenly the camera will shut down and nothing will work. And it's like, oh,
Be right
seriously?
Oh, just say squash.
Squash.
no, someone said squash.
Squash. All I have is water.
Same, Chris. Don't worry.
Yeah, so if you want to join now, you can. I put the link
How's
there.
everybody tonight?
Well, I'm a little warmed up after doing the driveway. The snowflakes were as big as my head coming down. I had about 2 inches of snow on me and the tractor when I was halfway done. I didn't finish. I'm like, screw it, I'll finish when it stops snowing.
Yeah, moving water, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's
I
smooth
figure
here?
I'm going to wait till tomorrow to do any plowing because,
The water is solid state.
not to mention it, feeling a power with that tractor and that snow pusher, it just, pushes it right through.
Am I lagging or are you guys lagging?
It's
Am
fine
I
on my
lagging?
end.
Don't know
Chris
what you're
is
talking
lagging.
about.
I'm bringing everything down.
Oh,
You're back.
Chris,
you're
you just brought the doom.
back. So we got you drink again. All ready for Christmas, Chris? You need to ask Steph.
I think so. No, I think we're all ready.
Yeah.
It's going to be good here, which is not necessarily a bad thing. That, and I'm curious to see how much snow we actually end up with by tomorrow morning.
Oh, I
Is it
know.
snowing
right?
right now?
Yeah, I know our.
Yeah, it went from +4 this morning and pouring rain to snowing sideways and blowing like crazy.
Oh, if you're still getting snow, that means like we've got another 24 hours of snow here. That's not going to be good.
Exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Our weather warning was saying that it's supposed to last till Monday. 3 to 4
Man.
feet.
I hope we don't get that here.
Mhm.
Ouch.
Let's see.
Yeah, Kay just went outside, and apparently there's like
And then I
a
think
foot of
that-
snow now.
Did she go outside in the flip flops or no?
No.
And I think
We got someone new.
Hey,
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Having a brew, watching the game.
Having a bud.
What's your name again?
My name is Randall.
Randall.
Welcome,
Awesome.
Randall.
Thank you, fellas.
Oh,
And you have a channel also. I'm gonna share your channel just so.
Definitely an American.
Yes.
What part of the states you in?
South Carolina.
Oh, South Carolina. Oh, you're the one that asked how far I was from South Carolina. Okay. Yeah. Quite a ways. My sister lives in Leland, North Carolina, which is down by Wilmington.
Trying to see the weather. Yeah.
Well, the time delay is a little off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to. This is the first time I've ever got to do this, so it's a little bit.
Yeah, I can't use. I've got another screen over here that's got the YouTube on it, so I got the chat, but I have to go with what's on the StreamYard screen. Otherwise, it takes for. I'll be. Somebody will ask me a question or something, and I'll answer it like 10 minutes afterwards. They've already moved on to a different subject.
Oh yeah, okay. I see what I did. I cut the actual live off, so now I'm on the same time with you guys.
Awesome. What
Oh,
you can
you
do
were-
is just put the volume off, and you can see the chat. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minus 13 in Toronto. That's
That's
crazy.
Yeah.
I think we're only like maybe -5 here, if that.
Oh yeah, some record temperatures here too. We'll be in the teens in the morning.
Yeah, I'm 18.
Yeah. South Carolina, it's usually hot, warm, right?
Say again.
Your place is usually warm, right?
Yes, sir.
yeah, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Don't really have much snow down there.
No, once in a blue moon we get a little bit, a few inches in around February.
Yeah.
Okay, and it probably leaves pretty quick.
Oh, it doesn't. It does not last long.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah, it's
Nowhere near
7
like
below. Sorry.
nowhere near like you guys in Canada. You guys in Canada, boy, I'd love that. You put it in the back of a dump truck and bring it down. I'll be good.
You can have it.
take it all.
Pack it up and mail it to you.
You can have it all. It's good for hunting, but beside that, oof, you can have it all.
Man.
And you ever
can
see that movie Better Off
Snowmobile
Dead?
and ski and snowmobile. It's
No,
awesome.
no snowmobile.
Snow angels.
I'm
no
sorry,
snow
but I can't see why you would spend like $10,000, $13,000 on a snowmobile that you can only use for 6 months of the year. Well, this year they aren't opening the trails until January. So January, February, March, maybe into April a little bit, 4 months of the year.
Here
that's
it's
probably
like,
being quite generous too.
Yeah.
I would
here
use,
it's like they open the trails in like end of November usually.
yeah. I would use.
Well,
I
they
would
don't
use
want the
tracks.
snowmobilers out during hunting season because you got the people in the woods and you have the guys coming up from the aforementioned Manhattan coming up to hunt that, it's hard enough to keep them from shooting our cows and horses. But
I would put tracks on my quad anytime.
yeah, that works
Yeah.
really good.
Yep.
Yeah, the traction that it gets, it can actually pull logs out without the
Yeah.
tracks. Like you have a hard time.
It's funny up here because we have snowmobile trails and we have ATV trails. So you can go into town, you can go to the next town, you can go like basically anywhere with a snowmobile up here. And then usually right beside it is an ATV trail. So you can use your Cote Cote, ATV, all of it on the ATV trails. So it's pretty cool that way.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty much a whole province when you think about it. I don't know
Yeah.
about Ontario, but
Yeah.
over here you can go all around. Like,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Usually at the gas station and restaurants in the winter here, you'll see the filled with snowmobiles and stuff.
Yeah, I think we have that here in New Brunswick as well.
Yeah.
It used
Yeah,
to be that way where we are, but
Yeah.
not so much anymore.
We're not allowed to take the ATVs on the snowmobile trails unless it has tracks, and even then they frown on it.
Yeah.
And we're just working our way through to getting more ATV trails. You get landowners opening the land for a trail, and then you get people messing it up, not
Yeah.
closing gates behind them and stuff like that, which can really upset a farm.
Yeah. And the worst is the guys who don't stay on the trails. So
It's always the same thing. Like,
yeah.
I remember when we were younger, there was this one guy that would block the roads to his land, but it was kind of you kind of had to go through his land to get the road on the other side, and people were always finding a way to go and make messes and destroy the property, which is not right. But
No.
as soon as he opened the road and made a trail, everything stopped. It seemed like people understand that. Okay, you were smart enough to let us pass on your property. I respect you now. It should never be that way. I mean, you should always respect the landowner, but if he lets you pass on his land, people tend to be nicer.
Yeah.
As Chris would say, it's a little bit of put and take.
Yeah, I was trying to find I had a picture of a
That's what you can
DEC, a DEC pickup truck that had 4 tracks on it, so it could go out in the snow. I can't find it right now.
I saw a Smart with those tracks on.
Oh
Yeah.
man. I really hate smart cars, but some of them, when they put the tracks on them, or they're like emergency escape vehicles from pickup trucks, they're just like awesome.
I think so. But they're pretty good on the road, actually.
Are they?
Yeah. I tried. My sister had one, and I tried to, kind of go and brakes and all, and
Yeah.
I couldn't. I'm fairly geared to doing that, but yeah, I couldn't do it with that one. Like, it was getting back together very well, actually.
Wow.
We will go to Michigan, Ontario. It's too expensive.
Yeah, with the price of gas now, even down here.
Careful
Between
now.
the gas
Sorry.
and paying insurance and then paying trail fees, it's like then your license plate.
It's like the bikes, really, like
Yeah.
the motorbike.
Yeah.
Well, how
And
much
then
is
it's like, oh my god, the trail fees are like $150, but I spent $20,000 on my snowmobile.
Yeah.
how much is gas in New York?
It's in the I think I'm happy if I see it below 370.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we have a government that loves us so much in New York, because they figure they can take our pew-pews away by taking away our spending money, so we can't afford to buy them.
Well, everybody seems to make a way to get the toys that they want.
Yeah. Yeah, where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, let's not start talking about that.
No, I'm sorry.
Be nice. Randall, I was looking at your channel just a few seconds ago, and I'm like, did I miss a few videos? Because I haven't seen any videos for a while. I'm like, no, okay, I'm good. I didn't miss anything. You haven't posted anything in 5 months. Busy?
Terribly busy. I've been working a lot, and editing, I imagine everybody here has said things about editing. Editing just drains you, and when you're you're going to be the photographer, the actor, the editor, the producer, you're everything. And then I still work a full-time job, and then I still have chores, and then I have to develop the idea for the video. And a lot of times I've got plenty of stuff I videoed, but it just didn't quite work out in the storyline to make a video to get it out,
Yeah.
And I don't want to just go on there and sound like a monotone crazy guy just putting a video out to be putting a video out. I like the content.
I've done that.
At least to be good,
Oh man, it's Monday. I've got to put a video out by 3:15. What's going on
I've done that
outside?
a couple times.
Yeah, let's do it live.
I've done it. But I just recently got a webcam and a microphone. So hopefully I'll be able to do voiceovers and things like that to make the videos a lot better.
Yeah, you can do live streams now as well.
Well, I haven't quite figured that out yet. The only reason I'm getting to do this is because you sent me a link. And it's basically click and read.
Yeah, StreamYard is easy.
I don't have a computer background or anything like that, so this is like learn as you go.
Yeah, StreamYard, they talk you. Basically, they talk you through it. I mean, you fill out the form to create a stream, and then fill it out which camera and stuff you want to use. It's really fairly easy.
Is there any type of static or anything like that from the microphone?
Nope.
Not that I'm hearing.
Cool. Because I was doing some testing with it, and every time I would go back and play the recording, I'd have static in the background and ambient noises and things of that nature.
It depends. Maybe the settings in StreamYard are helping with that. I don't know. Could be like a noise cancellation of some sort. But everything sounds perfect right now.
Yeah, afterwards.
Where's everybody from?
I'm in New Brunswick, Canada.
I'm in the Eastern Township in Quebec, Canada.
Backwards.
I'm in upstate New York on the Tug Hill Plateau.
And I'm in Eastern Ontario, not too far from Tracy.
Oh, okay. I'm right at the North Carolina, South Carolina line on about an hour and a half away from the coast. So when you mentioned Myrtle Beach, I have been there so many times.
The aquarium there is awesome.
It is.
So are you right above Tracy, Chris?
You said near Wilmington, right?
We were talking about this before. We're not very far.
Yeah.
Wilmington where?
Wilmington, North Carolina is kind of on the coast, and then Leland is up from that across a big bridge, I know.
Oh yeah, I've been to Wilmington before. It's got the North Carolina battleship.
Yeah.
It's just south of the Outer Banks. I've been there.
Yeah, that was
You're in a power outage.
Oh man.
Hopefully I was smiling when I froze. You didn't freeze, you just left.
You didn't. Yeah, you just disappeared.
Yeah. No grace whatsoever.
Nope. No chance. No do-overs. Just boom, you're gone.
How's the electricity down in South Carolina? What kind of power do you guys use over there?
It's an electric co-op. We usually have problems when it snows. Believe you me, there's some trees that I'll cut the power lines and things of that nature. I'd like to go solar eventually if I ever could find the financing and the money.
You can actually piece it together fairly cheap. Patrick and I are both off grid. I found used solar panels from, I think the state of Arizona had them for $100 a piece. And then Renogy, I bought my inverter charge controller or my inverter charger from Renogy, and then Amazon for my charge controller from the solar panels, and then the batteries. I just upgraded to ampere time. Oh, what do you call them? LiFo for the lithium batteries. I would say 2 7. I would say I've got about $2,000, maybe $2,000 or $3,000 in my solar setup. And now electricity becomes a commodity. You keep track of everything you use, and it's like I got a TV back here over my shoulder, but I just hooked that up when I got my new batteries. I wouldn't have been able to do it with my lead acids.
So you're totally off grid.
Yeah.
How long do your batteries usually last?
Depending on the weather. In the summer, I didn't have to run the generator hardly at all. And then in the winter, every couple days it is what it's turning into. I'll have to run the batteries for 3 or 4 hours, just to top off the battery. But it works. It works out because like the other day, I chose to run the big generator and do laundry that day and charge everything. Would you leave that stuff alone, Cat? Oh.
How do you heat your house?
Wood.
Okay.
Yeah,
wood furnace.
We built a 32 by 32 cabin, and just that one wood stove in the center heats everything. It'll sweat me right out.
I imagine so, a small area like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Air Force wood furnace in my place. And I got a friend who actually built a off-grid house as well, and he used water, what's called floor heating, water floor heating, to heat your floor. And I thought that was the greatest thing ever because it takes like 3 watts only to make it happen in the whole house. So
wow.
no wood, no nothing but solar and or generator if you.
I have propane.
Yeah, that's the other thing we try to get rid of here. It's propane, but we still have the stove, the cooking stove, the water heater, use propane, and the what's called secondary heater, like it's a propane air forced propane furnace that used to be here, but we got rid of that in a sense. But we only have 2 ducts left in the whole house, so when we're not there, we can use the propane furnace instead of the wood furnace.
Cool.
Yeah, you have to think differently, but it's the same overall. You guys have a lot of trouble, Chris, with electricity down in your necks of the woods?
Yeah.
I don't think he heard you.
Yep.
It's lagging a little bit.
Hey, that's you.
Yeah, Chris, do you have a lot of electricity problems?
I may drop it. No, we're not too bad. Trying to think. I think this year we had a pretty good windstorm in the summer, and we lost power. I think it was 6 hours or something like that. But that's, knock on wood, really been the only time. I'm not going to say we're super close to anything major, but I think we're close enough that they tend to, if something happens like that, a tree falls on the line or whatever, they seem to fix it pretty quick.
That's good.
But definitely have been through our fair share of stuff in the past with ice storms and all that sort of thing. We've looked into it because it's all on different circuits, right? How they do it up. Like where we used to live, was kind of a funny circuit we were on. So it was that area wasn't necessarily the highest priority to get back online. So I don't know all the ins and outs, but it seems like we're a bit better for that. But at the same time, it would be really nice to go towards solar, or we probably could do the wind here because we get enough of it, but then we're not that far from the St. Lawrence. So.
Yeah, the wind power. Let's say you take I'm just saying number here. If you take a wind turbine with 100 watts, you always gonna have at least half. You'll never go towards 100 watts period, because it's never happened, and it costs lots of money to get a very good efficient one. But you can always make some if you're it's basically a generator that spins around.
Yeah, there's a GM. The alternators from a GM truck have their own regulator on them, so that they won't overdo your batteries and stuff. But you could run it into a charge controller, I would imagine. I think the guy at an American Homestead has an 80 watt, I think, is what he started with. I don't know what he's got now, but 80 watt wind turbine, and that just, they can let it go all the time, and it shuts off by itself. I was thinking of getting wind just for in the winter.
Do you have I imagine in
Yeah,
New
because
York,
that's when we tend to get a lot of it.
is the wind, I guess you want to say, strong enough, or the volume enough to have one?
Oh yeah. We in Lowville, New York, and up around there, and on the Tug Hill Plateau, which kind of borders Lowville, they've got the big wind farms that are constantly, at least, I don't know, a quarter of them are running all the time. But there are days when they say it doesn't make enough to pay to run them. It costs more to run them, so they don't worry about running them.
Yeah, that's we have 0 to none unless it comes through with a storm.
Yeah.
So that's not even an option that I would even consider. I don't think I could ever generate any more income back to pay for it. But solar, of course, summertime with 14 hours of daylight, for long extended periods of time would probably be more beneficial. Because like you said, with a little bit of several $1,000s and piecing it out time by time to build it up would eventually get there. Because I live in an old house, and believe it or not, the power bill is crazy. My wattage is through the roof.
Yeah. Well, that's something that you've gotta learn how to curve that. It's trying to navigate me now. I'm 2 hours from Langhurst or whatever. 2 hours and 18 minutes, but it's still trying to tell everybody where I live.
Don't worry, we all know now.
Yeah, maybe I'll get a pretty girl coming up and trolling me. You
Hopefully,
never know.
Right? Maybe.
Oh, I can hope. I can hope. It won't get me very far.
You never know. You never know. Oh, Chris is gone.
Uh-oh. We need Angie and Mike.
Yeah, I don't know. They haven't seen my message.
Angie was hilarious last night. She said she never did make it to 3 cups.
Yeah, that's what it says.
4, I guess it was.
I just went upstairs, and it seems like it's raining now.
Really? I got
It's
to
weird.
go grab my light and shine it out the window.
Here it ain't doing nothing, but somebody's cutting off the heat. It's already like 22 degrees and steadily going down.
Yeah, 22 sounds good to me, but it's Fahrenheit, right?
Oh yeah. I wouldn't imagine. I wouldn't even know what is like 10 degrees Celsius.
Let's say 0 is 32.
Okay.
So 10 would be like 22, maybe
No, more than that.
more than that.
It'd be maybe like around 50.
What is it? 10 degree.
10 Celsius. Exactly 50. 10 is 50. I'm getting better at this.
Yes, I had it.
All I know is that minus 40 is minus
It's minus 40. I got that yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
0
It's
is
still
32,
blowing
10 is
snow
50.
here.
And I know around 37 Celsius is about 98 Fahrenheit
Wow.
because that's a body temperature. That's why I know.
Oh, yes, yeah.
That's
I'm just-
right.
I'm just glad I don't have to keep converting that all day long.
Google.
I never
Google,
did. Never had it used to convert it until I fell in with some Canadians, and now I'm always asking Google.
Yeah, that's how we feel every day.
Yeah. It's not something we've ever had to worry about here either. It's just because of Tracy now we have to.
Well, it's funny because was it Brigitte and Marilyn were talking about they started talking in the chat in French, and I started looking it up. I'm like, oh, okay, this is not interesting. No offense, Marilyn and Brigitte, but it just wasn't worth translating it all.
I think they were just talking about. I don't even remember.
Girl stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it wasn't even Brigitte. It was Patrick. Patrick and
Oh, it was
Marilyn.
Patrick.
Me?
Oh,
Today.
Patrick was talking girl stuff.
Oh.
Okay.
No, that wasn't that at all. We actually talk about she was in my hometown today.
Oh,
And was it her in-laws?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna go see my mom and everybody. And so I was like, maybe we could cross paths and stuff. But no, she's leaving tomorrow, I think. Or the
Yeah,
day
she's
after.
going home. She's from Edmundston, which is about 2 hours from my place. So she's coming closer to me. And we have someone else in the chat. Hey, Dave.
Hey, my favorite outlaw.
How you doing?
can't complain. Why? What have you heard?
We're just the internet's in and out here. All the snow and ice hanging up on the walls. I'm a little off on the delay here, though.
So you finally got snow in the southern part of Canada.
Yeah, no, we have to have a certain amount of snow to be part of Canada still, or they're going to kick us out.
This is Dave.
Yeah.
So you
He's got us
you
all
reached your goal, Dave, of having lettuce for Christmas.
Yep. Simple
That's awesome.
challenges I make myself. This month's challenge is not to go to the beer store to buy beer and only make beer that I make at home.
There you go.
Month of January, my challenge for myself.
Okay, the year is done in like a week or so. So
Peppers, I picked my last pepper in the greenhouse 3 weeks ago, and the lettuce just got colder. So
Did your lettuce? Did your lettuce do good at all?
it got semi big, but lettuce is like $5-6 a head in the store right now, and it's good.
That's funny. We had tacos the other night, and my wife came back home and she said the same thing. How much the price of one head of lettuce was. But
Yeah.
our lettuce in the garden didn't do very good this year.
And it's not something you can really preserve. It doesn't preserve well.
No, you gotta eat fresh.
it's something I never thought about growing until I saw the pricing.
Get you thinking.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, it's available. It's don't worry about it, right?
Yeah. Well,
But
I
no,
don't know. I don't know why all of a sudden stuff is. Never mind. I'm not going to pursue that thought because it gets political, and I won't get political. I just won't do it.
Okay.
Well, that was nice live, Remy.
Yeah, I haven't been flagged yet.
I went to my copyright strikes on my dashboard, and it says you don't have any requests to be taken down. And then I noticed for the first time it's got this little thing that says to see videos with copyright concerns or something to that effect. Click here. I click there. I've got like 8 to 10 videos. It doesn't affect the channel, but once I'm monetized, I'm sure they'll get most of the money from it. But it says it's not hurting my channel right now, but apparently I sing good enough that they recognize their music. There you go, Dave.
Could be.
Elf on a Shell.
He's in the Christmas spirit.
Oh yeah.
So how about you, Randall? Are you pretty much ready for Christmas?
Oh, I'm as ready as it's ever gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
What about everybody else? Well, I don't know. Can you look in the background and see? We decorate a lot. I mean, my wife puts out stuff all over the house.
Oh, nice.
I don't say nothing about the air conditioner. My wife will raise Cain.
No, there's nothing wrong with the air conditioner. Oh, I like the cozy.
Yep, I got that from Remy this spring.
Oh, that's
Nice.
cool. I reckon when I get to be that big and have enough to be monetized, I might be able to do one of them for me too.
Yeah, it was one of my friends that just started a business. She started doing those things, and I think it was just like $2-3 each. So when I went to the conference in Ontario, I figured it was a good way to promote my channel and make new friends. And I guess it worked out a little bit because people are using it, so it's all good.
Oh, yeah. Well, I have goats.
Yeah,
Does anybody else have goats?
I don't.
No.
I want goats.
I know Mike and Angie
Well, that's
had goats.
weird. I
What
just
is
checked
weird?
my AdSense for my website. Yesterday I made $5 the first day, and today I made $1.52.
Before or after taxes?
Oh, that's all before. Yeah.
Well, I don't even
Yeah.
know what AdSense are yet, so you way ahead of me.
Well, I've got
The
a
website.
website, and they put ads on your website, and then I got it set where I get 68% of the what the ad on my site makes. So I was hoping Remy figured it up the other day. If I got like $5 or $6 a day for 30 days, that's $180 a month or something to that effect.
We're in jail now.
What's that?
You get paid more to be in jail in a work program.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can show share screen. Let's go with this screen. This one. All right. So this is Tracy's website, and okay. So this here would be an advertising
Yeah.
that if I click on, he's gonna get a little bit of money.
Oh, okay.
And the way it works is that company is paying what we call pay per click. So as long as we just see it, it's not going to cost them anything. But if I click on it, it's going to cost the company maybe 5, 10, 25 cents, maybe $1, depending on how much they're bidding on their advertising. And then Tracy is getting part of that, and Google is getting another part of it. That's how it works.
I just figured out how to post a video. That's as far as I've got so far.
Well, that's where it starts. Press and record, and then learning how to get it up there. And Remy's gotten pretty good, from what I understand, with making videos, and he's able to do it where he doesn't have to do a lot of editing. I'm still editing. I got where I'm not taking out all the ums anymore. If people know me, they know how I talk. I say a lot of ums. Make a drinking game of it. Have fun.
No, it's too dangerous.
Yeah, that just goes back. Yeah, that just goes back to what I said earlier. Editing is just the worst, you know. And I've seen a few videos of these big YouTubers, and when they hire their editor or they have the person who's editing, and the first thing they say is that, you know, that's all they're doing is editing the whole time.
Yeah.
You know. And the way I figured, well, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, when I first started out, I was trying to decide how many times I was going to post, and I wanted to post every day, but I ended up settling on releasing 2 videos a week, one on Monday, one on Friday, and then going live on Thursday, just to give me that break, you know, to get the ideas and stuff, because I can't believe some of the stuff people literally love my snowplowing videos, and snowplowing is repetitive and boring, you know, but they love it.
Cutting splitting firewood.
Yeah. Putting in firewood. It's just always been a part of life, but apparently there's, you know, almost 700 people so far that want to watch it. So
Is that how many subscribers you're up to now?
Yeah, I think I was 691 last I looked.
Oh, okay. I want to say I was 550 something maybe.
Nice.
But again, like Remy said, I haven't done a video or anything in months. In fact, I went to Texas in April, and it took me almost right at 2 months to edit that video.
Yeah.
And, you know, just the editing process, and that's all I can say.
What editing program do you use?
I use OpenShot because OpenShot was free, and it's I guess you want to say beginner friendly.
Yeah.
You don't have a whole lot of options, but then again, I'm trying to learn, you know, as we go, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah. It's as you go, what I would say is take the software that you're using to edit and learn the shortcuts. When I learned like Control C is to copy and Control V is to paste, that revolutionized everything I did on the computer. But you learn the shortcuts that they have, the key to use the keyboard to split and to delete and stuff like that. And man, it just makes it so much faster.
Yeah.
I'm always asked, how long is it? You know, you put out an 8-minute video, but people don't realize. And then when you start, what about when you start adding multiple cameras and multiple camera angles? You know, like I did a flying one with my buddy, and I'm literally holding 2 cameras like this to get 2 different viewpoints. And then when I go back to editing, I'm flipping back and forth, you know, to give it a more realistic thing. And, you know, I guess when people are calling it my monologue or my intro to my videos, it's 10.25 or 24 seconds, but it took me 8 hours to make that 10 seconds.
Yep.
So
I went to West Virginia with my little brother, and we rode the Hatfield and McCoy ATV trails. And sometimes I had 3 cameras going on different UTVs in our group, plus a handheld. And when I got home and I sat down to start editing, I'm like, oh my gosh, thank God for fast forward.
Yeah.
And for me, I mean, it's just after a while, you kind of realize that, okay, I press record. I have to know what I'm going to say. Like most of the time, I don't know what I'm saying anyway. But I mean, you press record, you start talking, and then you kind of know where to put your hands on your phone or your camera to know when to press like the stop button. And then it's just put the angle you want, say what you have to say, try not to move your head or look somewhere else. Just press record, talk. When you're done, press stop. And then when you come to upload the video on your computer and start editing everything you need to, like, do everything you need to do, it's just, you don't need to cut anything. It's just boop, boop. And
yeah, I've tried that a couple times, and that really is an okay, I guess you want to say, avenue to go. But it's weird. It's like you don't know exactly which video to do that with. You know, like we were able to buy a couple storage buildings because we were in need of one, and we ran across a couple of deals, and I was going to do a video on them because basically I bought 2 storage buildings that were damaged and discounted, and they're going to need repair. And, you know, basically go through the process of buying them, bringing them, showing them what was wrong with them and fixing them, or at least getting them back to the status that they could be used. And then you're thinking about every angle. You know, I've got to learn how to be you know, the man behind the camera, the man in front of the camera, the man behind the computer. You know, and some people actually take the time to do a dialogue, like already a script. I haven't done that yet. I'm pretty good behind the camera if somebody else is running the camera, or I don't have to worry about the camera angle or is the camera moving, you know, things of that nature. So I'll get my daughter. My daughter does pretty good being the camera girl, and you'll see her in some of my videos where I give her that credit as being the camera girl.
Nice.
And in those kind of avenues, I can integrate them, and they have a good time with it. And you know, one of the better editing videos that I did, I used my brother's tractor before I had one, and it was picturesque. I mounted all the cameras, and it basically watches me get on, turn the key, you know, and it's where one avenue stops, the other avenue picks up.
Yeah.
And it just goes through one, you know, complete circle. And that video tanked. Hardly no views, no comments, you know. And the strangest thing is Murphy Law always gets me, where I think the video is good and it's a great video and it's going to do good, and it bombs. And then there's a video I just put out, I don't really think it's any good, and it gets way better ratings than any of the other ones.
Oh yeah,
it's always the same thing. It's always.
I think it's like a 3-minute video on a hack on the generator. All it is putting shrink tube on the pull cord of the generator, so it does, because these generators that I have, they cut through the pull cord a lot, and that's my best video. my best watch video, well, up until recently when I did the tractor using the snow pusher. But I'm like, and then the one where I almost killed my chainsaw by I straight gassed it instead of mixing it. Yeah, that was an expensive mistake, but people like watching it. My one of the things that revolutionized my YouTube was come up with your thumbnail, come up with the idea for your video, and then do your thumbnail, because that will give you a direction to go with the video, because you want to fit that thumbnail in there somehow. You know what I'm saying?
You are saying it. And when you look at, I think there's one of the analytics that you can check, and it's telling you how many people saw your thumbnail and how many people clicked on it. So it's really showing not just a percentage, but like how many times it was actually shown to people. And that really helps to understand, like, okay, well, my thumbnail did great. Now, if there are people watching until the 4th minute or the 2nd minute, and then you have to go and look, what did I say or what did I do at that point that made people drop off? And it's tough. It's not easy. It's tough.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a lot of time. And honestly, I don't have time to do that either. I mean, I do my live streams. I haven't posted a video in like 3-4 weeks. I just don't have time. I don't have any ideas. I don't it's snowing. What am I supposed to show? Like, I can't grow food in the snow. So, right.
Well, you could show us your shoveling technique, the proper ways to shovel snow.
There's a lot of swearing.
Are you going to tell him to bend with his knees and not his back?
There's a lot of swearing that happens when I do that.
Oh, I can just see one of your videos now. Beep, beep.
Yeah.
Beep, 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 beep,
Just have one little beep there, and then every once in a while a couple words, and then you want to beep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Dave, that logging dominoes work.
I ordered some beef jerky from another YouTuber. I don't know. Have you ever seen Our Wyoming Life?
Our Wyoming Life? No, but I will check them out.
Yeah, Mike and him they have an awesome show. He runs a cattle farm where him and his wife have kind of taken over a cattle farm from his father-in-law, when he passed away. And they've changed the whole business platform, and it's grown. And they developed the YouTube channel. But anyway, they basically go through the process of the cattle ranching. From every angle, from the heifer having the cow to the cow raised up, watching it, growing it. They talk about how much hay they have to have. They talk about their weather. And when you talk about weather, it's just, they have the winds out there. It's Gillette, Wyoming is where they're from. It's an awesome channel. But like one of the videos I wanted to do was basically show everybody, hey, I got it. I ordered it. It came in. We're going to test it. I mean, not test it, but taste it. See how everybody likes it. And I took the time to ask Mike. I sent him an email, and he turned around and said that, yeah, we could do a video.
Yeah. But
then you got to think about the you don't want to do the ums and, what part of the video is good? Is this a video where I did the tractor video where it watches me get up there, crank it up? Does it, do we watch me cut the bag open and pull it out? Do you watch me cut it up for bites and pieces?
Yeah, it's hard. And I've had a lot of videos tank that, 50, 60 views over the last year, and then the retention was like a minute and a half or something. If I'm lucky and don't get the dreaded hockey stick on the retention. You just got to keep going and keep trying to put out quality, figure out what you want to what kind of channel you want, your niche, and then find out where you sit in that niche. It's like I'm finding that I don't want to be a generator guy. I don't want to be a tractor guy. I want to be a all-around homesteader, but I'm finding that the generator stuff, the tractor stuff, the chainsaw and stuff like that is our videos where a lot of people are interested in. So I'm being kind of pulled that way, but I'm not going to stop doing my gardening videos and stuff. Mail calls are very popular. When you get mail in, I moved my seeds. The other day I opened this. Actually, it was this morning, I think. I had ordered this book because I got it for Lindsay and Jack, I think it was. And I said, hey, I want that too. So I got me one, and it came in. And I don't know if those live streams are going to do very well, but it's content out there. You're keeping yourself out there. You're involving the community. And that's where it really pays off, is when you get people interested in you, who you are as a person.
It's the same as any other marketing. Like if you talk about, let's just say, McDonald's, you go everywhere you go, you'll see a sign of McDonald's. You just see the big yellow M, and you know it's them. Why? Because we've seen it so many times, so many advertisings, that we're drawn to it. And it's the same thing with our channel. And don't be afraid to brag about your channel, to talk about it, to share it, to tell people to go and look at it. Because the more you're going to be in people's faces, the more people are going to be inclined to go and watch your videos. And it's something that we're always kind of shy to do, because we don't want to brag. But then again, if you don't brag, you won't get people interested in your stuff. So you have to cross that line and go ahead and do it. I started sharing my videos on my Facebook, and I get like maybe 20 more views every time I post on my Facebook. So it's, when you have 100 views, it helps.
Yeah. When I started doing my little commercials on my live, I start my live off usually with a short commercial. And there are people like, I didn't know you made books and had T-shirts and sweatshirts and stuff like that for sale. You got to let them know.
Yeah, it's the strangest thing. It's a hit or miss when you talk to somebody about your channel. I've seen people who are so interested, right? And then they'll the one I like is they'll subscribe when you see it, right? And then when you turn your back around, they unsubscribe.
Yeah.
It's like a phobia to be subscribed to somebody's channel. And I don't understand it.
Well, there are a lot of people out there I found that thought it cost money to subscribe.
Oh yeah, my famous line is, "Go ahead and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. It's free." Yeah.
I was at the dentist a few days ago, and he was in, and I said, yeah, I said, I got to have my teeth looking at least decent. I said, because I do live streams on YouTube and videos on YouTube. And he said, oh yeah, what kind of YouTube channel? I told him it's a homesteading channel. Oh, I love that stuff, and I gave him, I made up some cards that have my YouTube channel and stuff on it. And I gave him one of those, and I would imagine he's one of my subscribers now. I don't know. For all I know, they threw it away, but it got it out there.
Yeah, you got to let them know.
Oh yeah.
And then you get to have some real fun. You go to Walmart, and all those display computers, you put them on and start playing your videos, and put them all on your channel. You get 50 different computers watching your videos. And it lasts because they usually wait till at least I walk away before they'll change them back.
You get a view, you get some Well,
Yeah.
not you guys yet, but you get some money if you're monetized. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Different
all
IP
good.
address.
Yeah. Oh well, fellas, I'm gonna go. I've got to go to work in the morning. But I've enjoyed tonight. Thank you for letting me join.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for
I'll have
stopping by.
I have to figure out how to do one and then let you guys know.
Yep,
Absolutely.
sure, we'll be there.
All right. Y'all have a good evening.
Yeah, you
you
too.
too.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I was just about to say I'm gonna have to go to almost 2 hours. It's gonna be a long day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Stay late and yeah, might
I
as
got to wrap
well
present tonight, or I'll probably
go in.
wrap them in the morning.
But you still need to go to bed early if you want to do that in the morning.
Yeah, because then I got to plow, and that's going to be fun. Hopefully, it doesn't warm up much, but
Yeah, it was raining here like 5-10 minutes ago, so I'm hoping it doesn't get that bad. My daughter's working tomorrow morning at 10, so I'm thinking that I might have to drive her there. I don't like her driving if the roads are not in good conditions, but then again, she'll have to learn at some point. She's got better tires on her car than I have on my Jeep. She's not working too far, so it's. I'll see how she feels when she gets up, and I'll have to go for a small drive and see how the roads are. But thank you to everyone that stopped in, everyone that was on the panel: Chris, Patrick, Dave, Darren, you, Tracy. Uh, did I mention Patrick, Randall? Was there anyone else? Am I forgetting someone? There was 6 people at some point. Um,
no, I think it was yeah, you, Patrick, me, Darren, Randall,
Chris and Dave.
and Chris was on, and then Dave was on for a little while. Yep, it was a good
Awesome.
live.
Yep. Good hour and 55 minutes. I mean,
Yeah,
it's all good, and just want to wish everyone Merry Christmas. And if I don't have a chance, I should be able to do a live stream next Friday. Hopefully, it depends. My sister-in-law is due to have her baby on January 3rd, so it could happen any time before that. So, of course, if that happens, might not be available. But
well, congratulations.
I think I'm going to be on Uncle for um, 3, 4, 7 times.
Wow,
Uh,
nice.
there are 2 of them that are not really my brother's kid, but he's a little bit like me. He's taking them as his daughters, and
Yeah,
yeah, it's all that matters. It's
yeah. We've never done steps in our family. It's always been you're in the family. You can't get. My sister's ex-husband, her first husband, is still in just like family to us.
yeah, and that's how it has to be. I mean, it it puzzles me like when people divorce or separate and there's fight. I get that sometimes it's not easy, but you have some other people to think about. It's not always just about you. There are kids involved. There's family involved. Um, it's never easy, but I've seen some people that they got divorced and they still go together for Christmas shopping and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Like to me, that's beautiful. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what you want. They're still talk to each other and they're still pretty. Sellers is one of them. The the mother of his daughter, he's still like very good close friend with her, and like when he was talking about that this summer, I'm like, okay, like that's awesome. They
Yeah.
can go and take a picture with their daughter on her graduation day and on her wedding day if she gets married and stuff like that. Like, I mean, that's amazing. That's what you want.
Yeah, Wendy's ex-husband was a good friend of mine. Well, I met him shortly after I met Wendy, but yeah, I didn't take her, but but yeah, for years because Kelly was a mutual um person in our life, and we wanted to make sure she was happy and well taken care of, and we all three of us worked together for Kelly's benefit, and it turned out to be a great friendship. I actually met he passed away a couple years, or no, he passed away like a year before Wendy, and I miss him. And that's weird when I tell people I miss my wife's ex-husband.
The light is flickering.
Oh, well, you be safe, Remy, and you have a very Merry Christmas, and give your
Yeah,
family a hug for me. Um,
you too, and everyone watching the replay or everyone that was here earlier. Stay safe. There's a very, very hard storm right now, and no, it's time to spend with. It's time to spend some time with the family right now, and I'm just hoping that if there's no power, that you can at least be safe and be with your loved ones. So, all right, take care and Merry Christmas.
all right.